Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine, and we're on the verge of Antietam. Now, I did a little bit of research before. I was looking at cannons, because I'm a little bit weird like that. Looking at Civil War era cannons, for reasons unknown. I like big guns, and I cannot lie. And found out that Antietam was probably one of the bloodiest battles in the entirety of US history. So that's I think that's a bit daunting. So I think this is going to be quite a big fight, but we'll give it a go. Everyone's to the max. Got cannon crews of 19. I think everywhere. We can't put any more on Gary because there's just none in the shop. But yeah, everyone's up to the max. We do grab some more. I don't think we had the guns, did we? I don't think we had the rifles to give them. .53s, 55s. We can get a 1200 strong Harper's Ferry. It might be a case of every little helps on this. Go on then.
Yes, sir.
1219, I think. There we go. If nothing else, they can, I don't know, guard a flank, or they can be used in an emergency. Still got quite a few Springfields knocking about. Could do with swapping them out for the Harper's Ferry, but oh well. Also, I think in the next episode, or between this episode and the next episode, I'm going to rename. Can't rename divisions. Can you rename corps? You can rename corps. I'm going to try rename corps after corps that are actually around back in the day. And I'll rename some of these guys. I might keep the A team. I might keep like Toon and Walton and Loomis. But some of the other guys, I might swap out their names for people that were actually around back in for divisions that were actually there. Had a little bit more realism, maybe. Okay, without further ado, and with a cat on my lap. You okay, Dylan? Are you ready for this? Let's go. My word. So we need 3 calls. We need 3 calls, or we can't even start. I'd like the game to probably warn us ahead of time of stuff like that. What if we had taken more losses prior to this? Go back to camp. What if we'd taken more losses prior to this? So Antietam was coming up, and we'd spent all our money and all our manpower, and we physically couldn't get. We're very close anyway, but physically couldn't get another call. That needs addressing. Let's have you with a strategy, an extra ammunition. I think is what we decided upon. And no free division. Oh my word. Right, division. Yes. Let's put you into the 3rd Corps. And we'll pull out the supply wagons just a little bit. There we go. I mean, fair enough, we could have used our reputation to grab more money. No, we couldn't, because we'd already done that a little bit previously. There could have been a point at this point of the game where you just wouldn't have been able to take this battle. You wouldn't have been able to start the battle because you couldn't shuffle people around. Enough. Alright, we'll put primary core in the center, secondary core on the right, and this will just be one guy probably detached the skirmishers from him, try to get him around the back, and bring that main force back into the center. Alright, and no reserves. I ain't got time for no reserves. Confederates have chosen to base our army near the town of Sharpsburg. The nearest bridge to the town will probably be very well defended. Act with caution. Most likely the Confederates will have their right flank anchored here. Yep. You know what I feel about choke points. Pre-defensive ground. You find a way around. Looks like there's a few bridges up here. Cross Antietam Creek using several other passages. Good. There's danger of Confederate ambush or an artillery bombardment from nearby hills. I'd rather take artillery bombardment from hills than into prepared defense. Safest route to the town and the Confederate defensive lines is from the north. From here we can launch our first assault in safety. Sounds good. The rebels have possibly hidden forces behind this hill, so we may need to secure it fast. Confederate infantry has been detected hiding in these woods. Confederate lines probably stretch through these woods to the east. The area around the church commands their left flank and center. Alright. So I kind of stretched out here. Reconnaissance found that the Confederate center holds the sunken road? Sunken road? Is this sunken road? Is this sunken road? It's heavily defended with several artillery batteries. I wonder if it's going to be revealed to us in stages. Divisions preparing to attack at dawn. Break yourself, General. It's going to be a hard fight. Damn right it is. First attack wave will advance south. These woods are defended by Confederate infantry. The numbers are unknown. Okay, they did secure the hill, which can become a dangerous artillery platform for the Confederates. Our main goal is to capture the Dunker Church area, which will allow our forces to further advance towards the town and the Confederate center. Yeah, looks like we'll be fighting through this map in stages, because sunken roads are down here, I think. Road positions are going to be reinforced continuously from the south, so we need to act fast and gain the momentum. Okay. Okay. If you meet stiff resistance, you're advised to establish a strong defensive position and wait for the rest of our forces, which will arrive in 2 hours. Oh no. If I could go back and do it all again and set them all up properly. Oh dear. So whoever's on your, what would be your right flank, is the people that you start off with straight away. I thought this was just going to be an isolated. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for 2 hours, I think. This is going to be balls. What kind of cover can we get? 99% cover will do. Start the battle. Split skirmishes off. And we'll have skirmishes. Have a look around the place. And go to speed 3 because I'm not moving these people. So main forces are going to arrive in about 2 hours. We're just going to have to wait for them. We've still not been seen. So there's no artillery on the hill just yet. No, I'm not going on that. It should say you're going to start with this core. This core is what you're going to attack with, so that you can put your main core in there instead of being right flank, left flank, whatever flank. It's like I can hear voices and I can hear you moving around, but I don't know if anything's going to actually reveal itself. And there's no point. There's no point in revealing where we are, revealing our location, revealing how weak our forces are. Otherwise, if I was the AI, I'd just overrun us right now. Drinking my cup of tea with my with a milk that's of questionable quality. You know when you make a cup of tea with milk that's just slightly out of date, it just ends up with that smell. I mean, the taste is fine. It's just the smell. It's alright. Only another hour to go. Bloodiest battle of US history, my arse. Just sat in woods and did nothing. Well, that's what I'm doing anyway. So I think they're going to be to the church. I think they're going to be around here. This is all defensive. They might be stretched out there. If I can push down this edge of the map and turn this flank, use these woods, these cornfields and buildings, this bigger cornfield here as a makeshift front for us to push them out of these woods and into the open at the very least. I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't look like there's anything over here. Not really. We've seen cannon. We've seen cav. We've not seen any cannon. Might send I don't know, Kirk and Atkinson over this side just to try and flush out the cav, reveal any cannon. They're not in these woods. They may be set back a little bit, But this is the hill. I don't know if I'd want to put my cannons up here. They're a bit isolated. I suppose we could. If we put enough people over here. We'll see. We'll see. Apologies for the the boring start to the most bloodiest battle in US history, but you know, so the game's not going to tell you what to expect. How were we meant to know? Okay. Sunken Road is an important position. The rebels will probably defend it with strong forces. We should advance and push them away. Sounds good. Oh, bollocks. If forces wait on the side of the river, we can use them to harass the Confederate right. Harass? This is the bulk of my main forces. Had I known, this is going to be your main force, this is going to be a harassing force, this is going to be a reserve force, instead of just right flank, left flank, centre flank. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. This smells like prepared defense. Whittaker. Detach from you. Let's get you into these woods. Appler. Detach from you. Let's get you into these buildings. And let's see what's waiting for us. We have kind of a valley here that we can probably use to mask our approach until we're up into this defensive area. But then it opens out into almost a crossfire. It might be best just brute forcing it across this river, get into this low ground, and then push up this flank. Well, I've not been spotted yet. No, they're still not been spotted. Let's go before they get their act together. These guys haven't been spotted crossing this bridge now. It means that they're either getting into position or they're moving into position to defend on this bridge. I want everyone across this bridge, across the choke point, before that happens. You. It'll be fairly ineffective, but... Oh no, they are moving away. No, we're still not being seen. Yeah, if you're playing this as the Confederates, knowing there's a big army coming across this this bridge, you won't be pushing people all the way into these buildings, into this river, because if they have to cross here, you want to be giving them the good news. Still not been seen. None of us have been seen. That'll change soon. Whittaker's probably going to get spotted by Ripley. No, Hood got spotted first, but Hood and Whittaker are the only ones that did get spotted. What are you doing? Alright. Let's get a 2-on-1. Let's get you on a flank. Let's try and get you through whatever centre we can. And I want you on this side. I need you all to be running. Alright, just hold that. And skirmishers off to the flank. Where's my other skirmishers? They're hidden. Come on, give me access to the other damn skirmishers. Nope. Nope. You. Let's put you on the other flank. Right, so I've sent McRae into a route. Continue to rain down a decent amount of fire. Colquitt, instead of flanking around, probably spotted Cabell. Decided to reinforce the centre. And we'll open up a little gap to bring Appler in. And let's get the cannons moving. And you. And usual. I want you to continue to harass Ripley if you can. No, that's not going to happen. Let's get you out there. Balls, we should have waited for that hit and then turned around. We'll probably get one more volley into Anderson and then we're going to have to turn and face Ripley. And everyone move up. Okay. You on the flank? Ah, the rest of our forces. Right, Pittsburgh. When you run into that town. Kirk, I want you over this end with take Andrews with you. So we form up in those woods. Walton, Toon and Loomis. I want you in that direction. Running. Johnson into here. Nope. What can I cover you in? Better cover than Ripley, let's just say that. You try to get flanking shots into Rhodes. He's turned his flank to you because we've, well, messed him up a little bit. Yeah, Rhodes is gone. When you're in these cornfields, secure this area. Excellent. Maybe not so excellent, I've got support. Stay hidden, but we've revealed a little bit over there. Still not seeing anything of the enemy. Appler. Yeah, let's bring you down here. When Ripley comes back, we've got a 3-on-1 situation, even with the skirmishes. They're both firing into McRae. They shouldn't last too much longer. They're out just in the middle of nowhere. But you moved up, get shots on Rhodes. They seem to get better at holding a line. Blocked by whom? You fire. You fire. Bring you around the edge, try to get flanking shots into Ripley. Let's move these guys up. Hunter Division prepares for a counter-attack. Counter-attack where? There is no counter-attack. flip the map just a little bit so we can see into there. Try to get flanks on Ripley so that we can push past that location. We'll move our cannons up. And there's some McCray. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's hold some sort of line. You're in about 58% cover. So let's weather the counter attack first. You're stationary, you're stationary, you're stationary. Bring you up a little bit. Let's try and take out these cannon if we can. I want you formed up behind these guys. I think they're the ones going to be taking the brunt of coming. Lol. Brunt of Cummings and White and Evans. Are you not harassing these guys? Just halt. Turn around. And shoot them. Shoot them with your big sticks. That was disappointing. Spreading our fire out here a little bit instead of concentrating. Instead of focusing down one particular unit. I want you right behind Hood actually. We'll try and dislodge Golcoit. Andrews and Kirk. Let's get you moving. Let's bring our supply wagons and our dudes into position a little bit. And we'll push forward. Ever so slightly. Let's have a main battery of cannon. And we'll press just a little bit. Toon, you're going to be out in the open a little bit. Bring our supplies up. Bring Brewster up. Let's try to get shots on these cannons. Good. Still not spotted anything. The cav are running. That's a charge bugle. Looks like it's Kershaw. Now this should be canister fire into Colquitt. I'm gonna need you to draw. You swing around. We'll get a 2-on-1 on Prior. You two, you're already firing in that direction. If we tell Hud to do it as well, he's going to turn his flank to road. They'll leave him as is. We've got 2-on-1 onto these guys that are in a defensive position. We'll try sweep them through that if we can. Surprised I've still not seen the enemy in the north. Let's press in a little bit. Sweeney and Johnson. It's not a good position, but let's get you a little further forward. We'll keep you here. And let's move up. We'll send our skirmishers to the top of the hill to the observation point. See what it reveals to us. Information is everything. You fire, and you fire as well. Oh, Hudson round is on his own. I didn't think he'd have the arc. I thought he'd have to turn everything to bear, but nope. Good stuff. You get shots on before they leave your range. Alright, good work. Skirmishers, when you're back in these woods. Now we've pushed them off the defensive position here. Excellent. We're not quite close enough, I don't think, for canister fire. Cover into these forests. I see. So we're on the observation point, which has opened up a little bit more of the battlefield to us. Kirk and Andrews, let's get you into these woods. Can sweep around behind them. We can move Fitzborough forwards. Sweeney and Johnson can probably take positions in these woods as well. Lewis and Walton. Now let's push these guys up in reserve. Nope. Let's try take out Posey. That's canister shot. You're not in range of anything. You fire on the cav. Let's get you rushing forward, firing onto the cav. And you get there if you can. In the meantime, Fitzborough's come across Penn. Fitzher. I know that there's a lot of German immigration. Very early on in American history. So they have a lot of Gemini's, especially in the Midwest, I think. So yeah, if it's against Penn, might get into trouble, but we can get Sweeney and Johnson sweeping probably through this full cover. And we've got Andrews and Kirk to come. I think they're going to form up. Where are you going? Woods, yeah. And we'll use this tree line as cover. Get into the back of the Texas Brigade and Stonewall. Okay, doing well. These cannons have just routed. Hopefully we can get another shot on them. Looks like looks like we turned the horse away. We'll push you ahead of the line, bring you into that defensive ground there. It looks like this forest is empty, so we're going to take advantage of that. Oh wow. Okay, you two. Nope, the other way. And Atkinson. Support there. Daniel. Support down here. And let's get cannons moving. Probably down here somewhere actually. The way the battle is evolving. We'll try and guard the flank of Bartlett from coming. Lol. And we're starting to come under some fire over here now. Warren and Summers are heading into the woods. Let's not get caught out in the open. Fitzer has been turned away. We thought he would. But this isn't where the battle is anymore. We've skewed the battlefield so much that the prepared defensive position, I think these fences are defensive positions, much like they're on this fence here. I think it's the same there, same there, same there. They've got one down here that they used briefly, but because we've come in mainly from the south, there's no defensive positions that face the south. Well, the east, I should say. Let's get you into the side of Kershaw. Let's get you and you. Jackson and Douglas respectively. If we can take out Jackson, it just lowers the morale of all those troops, makes them easier to rout. And that's the church. If we can press our way through this area, we can get into the church. let's try for that. How are we looking here? We routed. Let's get you pushed up to here. Hood. Nope. Bar that to here. Hood through the gap. And Appler. Just there. And bring skirmishers back. Looks like Jackson went down. We'll try and force Douglas off his defensive positions. Daniel Atkinson coming in to this front's going to open as Loomis spins south to take advantage of open flanks. There's going to be a gap in the centre and we'll push Bartley, Daniel and Atkinson through it. This is just a holding action right now. There's no way that I'm going to press them into woods. Okay, now we press. Atkinson, I need you running. Daniel, need you running too. And let's push on. Who are we firing up now? Let's try and dislodge Armistead from what is kind of half cover, 75% cover. That's a charge somewhere. Who's moving into a charging position? I've seen it one moving towards one of our units, but that was definitely a charge bugle, and you want to be getting on top of units that are charging fairly quickly. New firings are coming. We'll try to get a 3-on-1 actually here. Armistead, dislodge him. Should leave the cannons relatively unguarded. We'll be able to rout Pearson? Maybe even Frobel. Want you on Stonewall, you on Stonewall as well. You keep moving. You keep moving. And we're going to push you two through the gap. And get these guys just in the woods. Stonewall's on the brink of collapse. I want you... How are you blocked from get into Stonewall. Alright, continue the push. Well, the charge of the light brigade into cannons. Okay, yeah, the cannons that were here. I think there were only 60 odd of them left. 60 odd men. They got hit, and they're down, they're gone. Throwballs next. I wonder if they used to spike the cannons. If you overrun a position that you thought you might not be able to hold, and you had to head back, what they used to do, especially, I think Napoleonic times is the only reference point that I've got that's similar, kind of similar tactics, kind of rank and file sort of. It is very different timings, but similar kind of tactics. And if you got hold of, or maybe the Crimean War, yeah, maybe. If you got hold of a cannon position, you used to spike the cannon. It was usually a nail of some sort that you drove into the hole that they used to put the gunpowder, not the ball, into the like the fuse hole. So you'd hammer it in there, and then you'd snap it off so that they couldn't take it back out, and then that cannon would have to go back to usually the factory actually to get it drilled out. But it was a good way of denying ordnance from the enemy. I mean, you could conceivably capture said artillery, but if you thought that you weren't going to be able to hold that position, it was a good way of denying it from enemy use. Alright, so this is going to be a bastard. You've overextended. We can cut their cav off from their lines if we get in behind them quick enough. Bring you forward. Our cannons are already on their way. Alright. Unit secured Sunken Road. Good. Let's press this. You firing on that before it can canister you in the face. Try and get them turned around. I want you running forward into these cannons. Yep, and let's use you to try dislodge Pryor from this charge. Right, so we turned those, didn't only turn them round, we actually fully got rid of them before they could discharge their canisters into our faces at close range. I want you to try to take out Stuart. I want you moving forward. We've got a 2-on-1 there. Let's have a 3-on-1, seeing as though we have a flanking shot. And then we'll straighten out this bulge. We'll straighten out the line. We'll probably have to push Daniel. No, we'll put Daniel right behind that line. Because we're going to try and... We'll straighten out the line here, and then we'll try and bulge the line out so that it encompasses the church, which will stretch our line here, and we'll need a spare division, spare unit. I want you in this field. I want you getting shots on Lee. I'm with you. And you're in some kind of weird half cover. So we'll push you a little bit further forward. Let's get you in this gap. Quite a few people there. That was unfortunate. Let's try and rush Hazelman back down. He was meant to be cutting off the cav, but it looks like they squidged it out the side. And I gotta run off into the wilderness. Fair enough. You take those out. You round the back. Let's try and get you running. Sweeney, I want you in this cornfield. Quicker than that. Let's move our cannons back up. And our supplies. And Brewster. Oh, we took Pryor. Let's get you back over the river and you can head off. No, everyone else moves on. We must pass the pass what bridge? I think the rebels have deployed their army to counter our frontal assault. It wasn't really a frontal assault, was it? I'd like these to be more dynamic. I'd like them. I know that Battle of Antietam, probably the main thrust was from the north with a weaker incursion from the east. However, I'd like it to reflect what actually happens. So it seems the rebels have deployed their army to counter frontal assault. However, we have, I don't know. It can probably be done, but I don't know. I think this is the first time we're going to get to see Gary in action. Anyway, we can now attempt to pass the stone bridge and flank them. We're going to be flanking them with 24-pounder cannons. Oh. City of Sharpsburg must be secured to claim victory today, General. Yeah, it'll be secured. Additionally, we cannot allow the rebels to gain Dunkerchurch area. Well, we've almost overrun Dunkerchurch. We've got them on the run. We're pushing the line through this way. All Sunken Road. Clearing the perimeter around the city will allow us to complete this around the rebel army and destroy it. Right, so what's been opened up down here? Barton, let's get you running in that direction. Gary, I want you right up close and personal. If you can. What happened here? These have just come out of nowhere. That's when you know that the game doesn't expect you to be. When the game doesn't expect you to be there, where it just spawns things right on top of you. Like, oh, didn't expect you to be here. Well, yeah, that's kind of what you do in warfare. Let's bring our supplies a little further forward. And Brooks. And Everson. Okay, so continue to sweep through. Let's get this line sorted out. And let's get into these woods. Walter's in a little bit of trouble. Skirmishers. You're not doing anything there. What is this? Quite the lump of Confederates just here. You're on the verge of breaking, as are you. Well then, straighten out that line. So you attacking them. Johnson is on Clever Cabal. Let's bring you in. Walton's unclickable as well. I'm not too surprised by that. Anderson surrendered. Yeah, there wasn't many of them. Okay, you run it. And you. Let's press this line. Okay. This is all a bit weird. We'll charge into Tombs. That might be close enough for canister fire. But it looks like it's just Tombs down here. So bound 2,500 versus the 500 there. Should be relatively easy fight. From there we're just going to have to hold this position, considering what's coming. I don't know why the units are so small. I think it's because of the losses that we've inflicted on them earlier on in the campaign. I'm not doing anything there. Let's press you into these woods. Get flanking shots. Whilst you try to take out Walker. Colquitt surrendered. Don't want Colquitt. Let's get you off this way. Running. So we're getting on. Not bad. You attack those. You get back into line. Walton has decided that he wants to fight again. Let's get you into the flank of the Texas Brigade whilst they're out in the open. Let's try to turn them, push them backwards. We can bring Heisman down around here. Walton back into the woods. Hunt around Law and Stark. Cannons. I want you pushed up. This area looks a little bit weak. Might have to bring Toon down a little bit. If someone routes from here, we've ended up with a hole. Come on, Gary. I need Pen surrendered. Alright, Pen, let's get you. I don't know. There's cavalry knocking about. They might get recaptured. Let's just slaughter them all. That's what the English did Agincourt. They had that many French prisoners, and back in those days, capturing somebody, it was all about economics. You captured someone, and then you got in contact with the family after the fight, and you sold them back to them. And so capturing loads of prisoners was a really good thing if you could keep control of them. And during the Battle of Agincourt, towards the end of it, there was a point where the British, well, not the British, the English, didn't think they'd be able to keep control, or they were about to be overrun in a certain position where they were holding the prisoners, and an order went round to kill them all. And on one day, almost 80% of the French aristocracy was killed off. Good times, good times. No, I joke obviously, but that was warfare back in the day for you, I suppose. There were atrocities on both sides, so war's not fun, no matter how much Hollywood makes it out to be. Right, prisoners are off behind the lines, and once they get over here, we'll just get them to rout off the battlefield. Penn will just get you behind Kirk and Andrews. Actually, I don't know. I don't want Hampton taking Penn back and having Penn come back round us, round behind us. So let's get you. We'll get you in the woods. Hopefully, we'll get you hidden. Haven't surrendered. Let's get you out. We've opened a hole in our lines here. Have you not fired yet? I'm waiting to see what Gary's brigade can do. If we can turn Tombs away before Drayton gets down here, we'll be able to use this defensive terrain to hold this area. And it does seem to be sucking a couple of divisions down. Yep, I want you in those woods. I want you firing on them. You're not doing anything. I want you to come and probably fill a gap, probably. That's too many probablys. Walton is unclickable, but let's press into these woods. Try route these cannons. Johnson is... he probably got canistered at some point. Sweeney's in full cover. You're in 75% cover. You're out in the open, but you've got the flank. I want you hitting the back of Manning. What's it going to be? Canister. Come on, canister. That was Paul. That was Paul. You're going to have to come back now. If this had been in the range for canister shot, then we'd have decimated Tombs there. As it is, Barnes going to end up flying back over the river, and the cannon's going to be isolated. Still, we can turn this into quite a defensive position. It looks like they're coming down to counter Barton. We can just hold them at this bridge. You try and get shots on if you can. I want you firing into them there. And let's try to dislodge somebody. Almost did. This line of cannons is not my idea of happy day. Looks like we're spun Manning around. Yeah, Manning's just turning around now. Yep, Confederates secured Stonebridge. That's alright. Contested Sunken Road, really? Not really. This is Sunken Road. Are you taking out those cannons? You... And you firing on Walker. Ripley. Almost to fill in the gap. And this is just we're just gonna have to press people in here. Watch them rout and then get them back in again. We're gonna take a lot of losses here. If we can try focus down the cannons. Because as soon as we get close we're getting hit by 2 or 3 lots of canister shot. I don't want to stand there. Now let's press down here. Oh no. Alright, so I managed to save our supplies. Nice. Let's get you firing into... You're blocked. Alright, so you just take out Semmers as he's running away. You move up. No, you'll end up showing too much of your flank. Alright. Turn slightly so it's not a flanking shot from that direction. Daniels, try to take out Courtney. Loomis is just hanging out in the open. Press Whittaker forward. Whittaker's skirmishers. Where are you going? Just fire at him. And you fire at him because you got a flank shot. And you fire at him. I'll put Appler in the town actually. If nothing else, it'll drag people back towards the town. You're not doing anything. Let's get you in range of something. Nope, take out early. Looks like he's charging into the flank of Atkinson. Walton, I want you back. Johnson. You're just there. It should be pretty much point blank range. Hood, do you not have orders to fire? You've been waiting there all your life. Let's get you firing onto Stark. You onto Law. You on Law. You on Law, let's turn them away. We're slowly starting to get a handle on the north. How are we going down here? Barn, dispatch skirmishers from you. Skirmishers into this town. If nothing else, we can be 24-poundering tombs until we dislodge him from that area. Right, I want you lot trying to take these cannons out before I can rip Hood apart. Stark's been captured. Let's get you away. Get you running. And Law is on the verge of rousing. Try to get you into the side of Manning again. You don't want to do anything. I consider just leave him. Concentrate on taking those cannons out. Law's gone, so let's get these guys lined up. This location. Sweeney continue firing. Actually no, just everyone continue firing for the time being. Walton and Fitzburg can maneuver. Could really do with his cannons being taken out before they end up canistering someone in the face. And we'll bring Barton into here as well. No. If the skirmishers don't have the range to get to them, then Barton won't. Hell is this? Ellie. Let's get you away. Running. I mean, we will end up coming through this with these woods, around the back of these cannons. Eventually. Going to incur some heavy losses before then though. You're not doing anything. Let's push you forward. And you. And you. And you. Hood, stop. Just fight him. Instead of blocking everyone else behind you, just stand and fight in your little lines. Fucking retard. No, decided melee was the time. melee? It is then. Wow, skirmishers have been fully routed from the field. But they drew the fire long enough for Appler to do damage to come in. Tuma's getting pounded by 24 pounders. Won't want to be him. And let's get you lot moving. Andrews try and take out Manning. Fitzhugh, Manning as well. We'll try to take out Schumacher. Switch fire to Warren. I think he's looking the other way. If he's not, he's going to get a surprise butt sex from Hinselman. And let's get you in the gap. So it looks like we've routed a few of the cannons from back here, which was nice because they were tearing us up a little bit. Can't click HUD. Let's press you into this gap. Continue the advance across the map. We should actually be starting to sweep down. However, if we can kick out the bottom, then it might leave the town undefended. Or could just collapse into the town itself. Bring Grant down so he doesn't get taken out by a Texas brigade. Fitzhugh, you're taking a bit of a hammering, but you were a smaller brigade anyway. Yep. What are you lot trying to take out? Those cannons. They're on the verge of routing. We've got 2 on 1, 3 on 1 there. And skirmishers. Let's get you in the scam. Warren, who's Warren? Wow, Warren's in the middle of nowhere. Alright, let's get you through the lines here. When you run it. Have to be wary of the ones that routed past us. But we should be alright. Let's continue. Suppress. Skirmishers might be able to keep Manning under control. Let's run out to the Texas Brigade whilst they're traversing the open ground. Hi on down here? Well, Tombs is gradually losing people to Gary. Gary, what have you got? 40 kills. Yeah, it's gradual. Right, on you into the town. You don't have any cover there, and you're getting hit by Brown. Actually, let's push you this way. It means that you're going to get flanked a little bit. We'll try to take out Pendleton if we can. No. Okay. About face. Let's get you in this gap. Let's get you into this gap as well. And we'll continue to press. Kirk, try finish off Hamilton. Hamilton. Rings a bell in this era. Alexander Hamilton? Is that a thing? Is that a person? I don't know. Right, Andrews. Into the Texas Brigade. Kershaw surrendered. Uh-oh. Kershaw's a little too close to the long street. You may end up getting taken back. Nope. You take them out. This descended into madness. And we'll continue this press. I'll probably break off the line at Toon and swing this down. Loomis. Gonna head up. We don't have no one spare, do we? We do. Sweeney can come down. I reckon 2 salvos from Andrews and the Texas Brigade. We'll probably think better of being in the fight altogether. This Manning ended up in half cover, so we'll wait for them to fire, and then we'll probably fall back with Fitzhughes skirmishers. Let's get you further away, and you. Right, just everyone generally down that way. Loss surrendered. Let's get you running. I get you falling back. No. Yep. Fall back. I'll try to take out those. Oh no, they're still fine. I can see the shield underneath. You try to take them out. Let's get skirmishers down here to try to take them out as well. Barton, I want you on the edge of this river. I'll be taking shots into Tombs with Gary bombarding them over your head. Let's get you away as well. Let's continue to move. You can take out Long Street, which we just have there. That will I'll hamper them around. You tried to get into the flank of Sanders. Let's get you routed away. Get you on this side as well. You edge of the map as well. It's good taking prisoners, but you want them to get away because they can easily recapture prisoners. No, you need to run. Fitzhugh. Oh no. Bob. Bob's dead. Where was Bob? I don't know. Bob was somewhere. He died. Balls. We will avenge you, Bob. Continue moving. If you're stationary and you're not firing anything, then something's wrong. Apple has been turned away, probably because of canister shot from Brown. That's fair enough. He'll come back stronger. I'll get bottom. Firing on Tumis. Along with the skirmishers. We may even charge with the skirmishers. We'll use the skirmishers to get across the bridge and charge and tie up Tombs so he can't fire back at Barton, whilst Barton is firing into the melee and taking Tombs out. Kind of using our skirmishers as sacrificial protection. Sweeney, get yourself through that gap. All of this. I want you down here. You stay on them. And there's Manning over here, and there's Horse over here. Fitzhugh should have enough to continue Texas Brigade's route. Bring you into the centre. Let's get you down to the cannons. Luckymarine and Brooks. Are you not moving? Let's get you running that way. Okay, that way. And we need to get on these cannons fairly aggressively. Yeah, I need you to be running that way. Major William Nelson. Wonder if that was actually a person, actually a thing. Go on, send them away. Send them away before they can shoot you in the face. So you and bottle it in the gap. Wait for Cabell to finish his volley and we'll move him as well. Appler. Let's get you in these buildings. Nope. Let's head off Kempler. Let's get you in these buildings. Right. You into the woods. What are you in on Douglas? You through the gap. And you go for a flank. Should probably bring our cannons forward. If we're going to be bombarding the town. And the supply wagons too. Capture Stonebridge. Right, so we've wrapped up Tombs. We've wrapped Tombs into a into a melee fight, which means he can't fight out of cover at Barton, but Barton has, I don't know, it'll have had about 2 or 3 volleys into this melee fight. Another couple, and Tombs might think better of being there, especially with Gary. Chucking 24-pounder balls into them. That is decent cover, I'll give them that much. But still, they are starting to, they're starting to flash. Warren surrendered. Who's Warren? They were the prisoners that we had. Fine. Let's get you close to the army then. They're the prisoners that we had that have been taken back by probably cavalry. Stupid cavalry. We prancy horses and all that crap. Right. You can't be trusted. Then you'll have to come along with us. Let's try and rout these cannons, because they're going to end up ripping us new bum holes. You all moving. You 3. By the time you're down here, the front will probably have moved. Johnson, when you're here guarding these prisoners, the last thing we need is what, 1,000 extra enemy behind us, just because we've left them unattended. Alright, did well there. What are you firing at? Cannon, cannon. Nothing. HUD's running away. Toon, let's get you around the side. And you, Sweeney. I'll try to push you into this gap. And let's continue. we take out these cannons? Hopefully. I just want to route them. I want to get rid of them entirely. Done. It's not so much that the cannons do damage, it's just that they do a lot of shock damage. And if you can turn away one or two, like with HUD, if you can create a gap with cannons just by routing the enemy, you're gonna have a bad day. Or if you're routed because of the actions of the oh, our skirmishers actually fully fled. I thought there was going to be enough of them to stick around, unless they got hit by cannons. Anyway, we should be able to take this. Once we're finished with Kemper, we'll bring Appler down. Take teams out from behind. In the meantime, next cannon. Pilot around the side. Oh, you lot. Just take him out. You firing at them. You're firing at them that are about to rout, I believe. Let's bring supplies. Alright, they're done. Yeah, we need to push into town now. Let's not let that cannon get away. Kemper's holding up. Hood, you gotta help him out. Let's push. Skirmishers down to the flank of Kemper. Try to turn him. You try to take out Manning. You're duking out with the Texas Brigade. I'll put prisoners on the capture point, and Johnson can guard them. Get you routed. Let's get you three routed as well. Let's get you off the battlefield so you don't get taken back. Cabell wants ammunition, but we've got that coming down in the supply wagon. Manning is turning to face. And let's get into the town, into cover. That's a charge. If we had a cav unit, we'd be able to take these supplies out, but oh well. Let's get back on the observation point and open up this area here. Yeah, Warren is the guy who was turned. We took prisoner, but ended up getting recaptured, probably by a rogue cavalry unit. There we go. Yeah, got taken back by Mumford. You follow Kemper. You relieve Barton. You're firing, you're firing. You're about to fire. Let's get tuned in around behind. Let's try and push out. No. Everyone's going to be exhausted. Let's just press into town with whatever we've got. Union scored Sharpsburg. Excellent. We'll try and take out these cannons. How are we getting on up here? You concentrate on them. You get into the forest. You've been fully routed away. I don't know where Munford is, but they're in no danger of retaking any kind of point. Campers. I don't think he can cross here, but Hood should be able to sort that out. Yeah, let's run you through this position. Get right on top of this artillery and take it. Alright, these are just supply wagons. Loomis, continue. Bring you into the gap. And let's push through the position. Try to find out where they went. Right, so it does look like they're getting some kind of reinforcements from the south. So we'll sweep on. Down here. Create a flank and press them against. the choke point of this river. Walden, let's get you in this town as well. Looks like that town's been cleared. Actually, let's secure all of you except Bartlett. Like that. And you're on time. You're all ready to route. Let's get you away. And your camper hadn't been properly taken care of. How do I get on up here? And the cannon. Let's get you along this ridge line. Nope. Nope. Not too concerned in taking the supplies. We'll let them dally around. If they end up behind our lines, then at least they're not supplying them. Sweeney and Bartlett, let's get you lined up down here. Grant. Cabell is screaming out for ammo. Let's get you in here. You need to sort them out. Let's not let Manning escape. Also, I want you three sat on top of each other. And Johnson can fend off the attentions of Mumford. We should probably put somebody on this point. Contested Sharpsburg, yep. Last thing we need is for a random cav unit to be taking back what we've already taken ourselves. Yep, Hood. Let's stand you on this point. Brewster. And the supplies. This episode is going to be another massive one. Make no apologies for that, because as with a lot of my videos, if I've started a battle, then I want it to continue to the end. I don't like putting cuts in things like this. Let's get you onto them. Let's try to get them to properly leave the building. Excellent. Let's get you over here. Okay, Sweeney, Bartlett and Appler. Let's get you on the other side of the river. We'll wait for this line to form, and then we'll gradually walk it into the enemy. Cable should be getting resupplied with ammunition promptly. Yeah, he desperately needs it. How are you lot getting on? You lot are fine. Apple could do with a bit of a resupply. You run in into there. There's a lot of dead ground down here in the low country, so we'll see what we're facing. Alright, doesn't look like that much then. Just these. Might as well take out the supplies. Extra bit of experience. Apple should now be getting resupplied from Everson. Bring Sweeney around the side. And we'll gradually squish them. Drayton surrendered, which I think is this guy here. Let's get you away. Running. Yeah. I think if we had not been on this point, Montford would have tried to have taken it back. Also, if we hadn't been guarding these prisoners, Montford would have been on them fairly quickly. Walton, I want you to about face. See off the threat to the artillery. You lot guard the town. Grant, you carry on with your supply wagon. Alright, so we've counted whatever Mumford could bring, guarding the control point, and we're slowly walking our way to victory. There we go. Whittaker, you defend the artillery. Drayton, let's try to get you to the edge of the map. Let's take out Anderson. I think this is pretty much done. You take them out. Let's not let them escape. Ghana surrendered. Okay. We'll get you to the bottom of the map. Get you away. Won't you sweep up through these woods? Don't know who else is hiding in there. And we continue to press. Walk up. Away you go. Hood. Let's have you charge. Increases their the melee capabilities. Melee. Let's have you over here. Can you get another volley away? Doesn't look like it. Oh, still some more people down here. There we go. And let's get all of you. Nope. Through there, and then down there, and then we'll put you around the town if you... No. You just fire at them. You weirdo. And you. I think he's just trying to walk around and take points back. Let's get you walking through these supplies and we'll capture them. Oh, there we go. Done. Antietam is done. Casualties were a rate of 2 to 1. A little bit of a mess up in the beginning with not knowing where to put the bulk of our forces, but it worked out in the end. Yeah, Tombs did well for them in this area against Bartlett. Alright. Bob died. Bob was just a lieutenant colonel. It's probably because he didn't have a beard. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sorry, Bob. A lot of promotions. Good to see. Decent amount of stuff captured. No supplies though. Okay. Done. Antietam is done. And it's a win. Get 2 career points. We get the Iron Brigade, which is a 3-star something. Let's have a look at that. Oh, we exchanged 4,611 prisoners for 1,000 additional recruits. I think we got the shitty end of the stick there. How was this? Well, they're quite good, aren't they? I mean, it's not the stuff that I would have chosen. Discipline gives you morale and efficiency. Assault course. Melee. Morale and stamina. And sharpshooter. Let's put someone better in command. No, we don't have anyone, can we? No. Can we pad you out with rookies? Nope, we cannot. Well, we can to an extent. And fill you with veterans. No. I'm going to leave that there actually. We've been going for far too long anyway. We will sort this out in the beginning of the next episode. Where we will be continuing on to Perryville or Yucca? Is it an L or an I? Or looks like an I. Iuka? I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll find out soon. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have. Until next time, do take care.